should be here by now. The hell is he?
Hey, Alex. You ready?
Yeah. Are we dressing up for this episode?
Yeah, didn't you get my text?
No. Hold on a sec. Let me see what I got here. Maybe like something like this.
Please tell me you at least brought the beer.
Oh, I only brought one.
That's okay. I brought my own.
Cool.
I remember a time of chaos, ruined dreams, this wasted land. But most of all, I remember the Road Warrior.
Mad Max 2, The Road Warrior, is about baby Mel Gibson driving fast cars in modern-day Australia. Along the way, he encounters bands of bloodthirsty bandits and a group of helpless people defending a precious tank of gasoline and assless chaps.
Did you know that Mad Max was the first major role for Mel Gibson?
Was it really?
Yeah.
He hadn't really done anything else before it?
No, he did a couple things that nobody cares about.
No. So that was really his breakout role. Then.
Yeah. Do you know how old he was when he was in Mad Max?
I don't know. How old was he?
He was 23 years old.
Wow.
Back in the day, he did Mad Max 2, he did Beyond Thunderdome,
Yeah.
He was in the Lethal Weapon movies.
Yeah.
He was really kind of a badass back in the day.
Yeah, he really was. I haven't seen really any of the movies he's done past that.
You mean you didn't watch Forever Young?
Daniel McCormick loved living on the edge. He wasn't afraid to face anything except the woman he loved. But when he thought fate had taken her away,
Harry, I can't watch Helen die. I want to sleep for a year.
he took the chance of a lifetime.
Free's a human being.
He never imagined where it would take him.
It's cold. Do you think he's dead?
Oh my gosh. Forever Young is the same plot to Captain America. I think most young people today, when they think of Mel Gibson, they think of the old man who made that Jesus movie.
Really, yeah, that's what most people think of him. That and like also the director of Apocalypse Now. So I mean, he's definitely the perception of him today is a lot different than the perception of him back in the 80s, back when he really kind of started his career, especially with the Mad Max series.
His charisma in this movie is just phenomenal. He's taken on the persona of Mad Max. He's a badass who drives across these desolate roads and kicking ass and taking names.
Yeah, essentially in the first movie, he was more just Max.
Yeah.
And then we see him actually become, the character. We see him become Mad Max in the second movie.
I love how much they get across, by the way, without very much dialogue.
I was surprised, yeah. There was a lot of there's a lot of action, there's a lot going on, but there isn't a lot of people talking.
it's a beautiful action movie.
It really is, and it definitely works really well with the location. You know, out in like modern day Australia, where like it's all just pretty much just desert out there. One thing I liked is the action was shot really well as well.
I wonder how many people got injured working on this film.
Oh, too many.
Just think about just think about every single stunt that you've seen in this movie. Mm-hmm. Every car that got smashed, flipped over, thrown off a cliff, people getting thrown from cars.
Yes.
I think that all that had to be done physically on location.
I think that's what makes it a little bit more fun to watch too. Is it's not just, you know, it doesn't cut away if you see someone get in a massive accident. You get to see the car that they were in get smashed and run over and blown to bits by a larger car. It's great.
George Miller, you're a crazy
Yeah. Action sequence really does take place in like the last 15-20 minutes of the film.
Yeah, and I think that's what the movie is mainly remembered for. I mean, except for of course Assless Chaps and Lord Humongous and that. Never mind. Anyway,
all the cars in this, because they didn't just have your standard like pickup trucks rolling alongside the big rig full of gas. But they had like all these like custom like vehicles with like crazy front ends with like spikes and stuff like that, and like all sorts of different stuff. Guys on motorcycles everywhere, and I think that's what kind of I like that aspect of it.
Yeah, and that's one of the big things that the movie is remembered for is its crazy vehicles, outlandish get-ups, these characters these crazy wild eyes. It's the style over anything else, because plenty of other films from this era have had fantastic car chase sequences. You have Bullet, you have The French Connection.
Yes.
Those films have great chase sequences, but they're more conservative.
They're different chase sequences. I would say they're on par, absolutely, with Road Warrior, but in a different way. But I think Mad Max kind of takes the chase scene and just throws a ton of extra action and all sorts of stuff on top of it. I think that's kind of what sets it apart and it makes it different.
Mad Max 2 The Road Warrior is the theme park ride of car chase movies. It's very concise, it's very entertaining, just the outlandish get-ups, the explosions, the cars. Everything about this movie is what makes it stand out from your typical run-of-the-mill action film. So yeah, I'll watch this over and over again, and I get a little bit more out of it every time. Yeah, 2 big thumbs up from me, this guy. Can you see the thumbs? Are they in frame?
I think it is a very smart movie, and I think it's smart in the fact that it has a very kind of clear and concise plot. It's kind of crazy enough, but it doesn't go overboard with it. It stays within its limits. It knows its bounds. It pushes those, but I think it does really well with them.
Yeah.
They're not armed, Joe.
Whoa.